And then it was a rebirth the following
Mm.
day, which was yesterday. And that was the
Mm.
123rd day.
Wow.
So now that you got a rebirth, check this out. Trump, this was breaking news today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump fired Homeland Security Kristi Noem today.
I just saw that.
You saw that?
Yes.
He replaced her with this guy named Markwayne Mullin. Well, who is Markwayne Mullin? He is a senator, but he's also, his citizenship belongs to the Cherokee Nation.
What?
What? And that's what I've been talking about. Talking about restoring our people back to their land, right? So who's in charge of the homeland, right? The Cherokee.
Mm. Yes, sir.
That happened today.
Hold on.
And it's going to continue to happen. Because right before that, they had.
Wait, say it again. I glitched. I couldn't hear you.
Okay. It's going to continue. Things like this is going to continue to happen from here on out. Okay. If you don't mind, go to the next image. I think I got
one more time. Can you tell us who he replaced him with? Her with Kristi Noem?
Markwayne Mullin.
Mullin. Okay. He's a senator.
Yeah. Did you pull it up?
Yes, I did. I'm going to look at him right quick.
It says Markwayne Mullin is an enrolled member of the Cherokee Nation and serves as a U.S. Senator for Oklahoma, right?
Here it is. Yes.
Yeah, becoming the second Cherokee Nation citizen to serve in the chamber.
Wow. This is really happening.
Yes. And he emphasized the need to put Indian country first.
Well,
it's happening in real time.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you don't mind, you can scroll down to the next image.
Okay. Here we are. Is this it?
Yeah. Now, like I told everybody before, I'm not just coming up with this from the side of my neck. Every time you see an H, it means a reversal. And this was part of the ceremony of King Tut returning. And everything agrees. So they have 3 H's on the west and 3 H's on the east. Okay. And in the middle, they have the lights in the formation of a V. And the V is indicative of the inverted pyramid, which means Egypt of the West, which are the Americas. Okay. That's why they have this whole Michael Jackson thing coming out next month with this movie, because 41 years ago was when they had the Victory Tour.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, it would have been 41 years in the late 2025. But this will be, carrying on over to that. That's when they first released the Michael trailer in late 2025. But yes.
I still can't get over the guy that replaced Kristi Noem being over the part of the Cherokee tribe. This is huge.
It's huge. Then they had a sniper thing that happened over there in Woodstock, Georgia.
Okay.
And it was on 575 Cherokee Road. And the Cherokee Police Department kicked in. That happened today too. That was breaking news. So they're letting you know that the Cherokee Nation is taking over.
Wow. Now, when they do stuff like that, it's on Cherokee Street, blah, blah.
Yes.
Does it really happen, or we don't know? Did that really happen and they just made sure it was on Cherokee Street, or is this all a stage? With AI, you just don't know what's real, what's not real.
Okay, so I can help you with that.
Okay.
The reason why you have gatekeepers, they're gatekeepers for a reason.
Okay.
Because they knew that this day would come. and that they had to stage things a certain way. They named the retail stores a certain kind of way, like
Mm-hmm.
JC Penney, right? So
Yes.
think about JC and then think about Penny.
Okay.
Well, JC represented Jesus Christ, Julius Caesar, which was Roman law, and also Jim Crow, right?
Whoa.
But then,
Okay.
but then they had to take your credit, which was the penny, as in
Okay.
JC Penny.
I see. Wow.
They've been doing all kind of stuff. Starbucks. Oh, where's that located? King County. We're the Kings. That's why they had the Seattle Seahawks in the last Super Bowl. They were talking about the Kings, and they were talking about the Patriots.
Now, who's that deity or the goddess that's on Starbucks on their the logo?
That's a siren,
It's
and
a siren
the siren is a mermaid.
drawing you in.
Yes,
Ah,
into the laws of the sea, into the water.
wow. Wow. Mm. One minute. Somebody said you're a mathematician. Family, if you are enjoying Sheik Jacob Bay, just remember he is writing a book where he's going to go into further detail, decoding a lot of things that's been going on behind the scenes. Y'all send him some love. Somebody drop his cash app for me in the comment section. Let me see if I can bring it up. Send him some love. Come here away from his very busy work sharing information to the Soul Tribe. If you want to support his work and you want to get on the pre-order list, then please email him at dejurelaw33@gmail.com. DEJURELAW33@gmail.com. If you desire to send him a donation, I see y'all in the chat. We got over 600 people still checking in, saying they really enjoy you on fire. Then you may send them a donation to $ all rights reserved. All right, Sheik.
So, if you don't mind, go into the next image after the H's with that
Okay.
Egyptian thing.
Okay. Whoa.
What you got?
Well, it's March, and you say March 22nd marks exactly 141 days.
Yes.
March 22nd marks exactly 141 days since the beginning of the King Tut ceremony in Egypt. What?
Right?
March 23rd. 322. Get out of here.
322, March 22nd.
March
Now,
22nd. Sorry. 322 is March. Right.
And it's exactly 141 days since that ceremony of King Tut, right? Now I'm showing y'all what God's word and God's covenant really is, and that's restore you to Area 51. I'm gonna show you this. Because if you break down the date, Doc, the date is 3/22/26. Y'all can add that up.
Okay.
3 plus 22 is what? 25, and 25 plus 26 is 51.
41.
51.
51.
Area 51. That's God's covenant, right?
Okay.
Now, check this out. I also said 10 means God's promise and God's word to restore you to that. That's the promise. So 10 days after that is April the 1st, which is 41.
41. Get out of Dodge.
Yes, ma'am. We are there. We are there.
Sheik, somebody has a question for you. They said, but the guy that replaced Neem is a $5 Indian. They've never accepted us, so I'm confused. Actually, they are starting to accept us. But go ahead, Sheik. I just read about that.
You answered it.
Okay. Yeah, they really are. They have to. It's our time. And he could be a $5. You know, some people that's light. I don't know if he's a $5 Indian or not, but just because people have light skin don't mean they don't have our blood. I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying.
You know, in the Bible, it says that part of God's covenant was to give the land back to God's people.
Okay.
And those are the descendants of Abraham, right?
Yes.
Now, who is Abraham? We can say, some people say Abraham Lincoln. We can say
Mm,
whatever we want to, but right. Think about this. Who's on that copper colored penny? Abraham.
Abraham.
And what direction is that penny facing? It's facing the right. So
Okay.
whoever's on the right hand side of God, those are the ones that are the true descendants of Abraham. Now,
Mm.
if you want to get deeper, we take a nickel, dime, and a quarter. You add that up, it equals 40 cents.
41 or 46. Wait.
You're
Nickel.
right. You're right. It's 40
41.
cents. But when you
40,
add that
41.
copper colored penny,
It's
it's
41.
41.
Mm, mm,
And letting you know who the descendants of Abraham are the copper colored people.
mm. You got people in the comment section, they can't get over his complexion. I didn't know white people could be positive like us. Is he really a Cherokee? Somebody else says skin color has nothing to do with it. Why is the Cherokee leader Caucasian? I honestly think, and this is just me talking, that skin color does not necessarily relate to bloodline.
I'm with
Because
you.
okay,
Can I say this to the people listening?
yes.
It's now they have to assimilate to us versus us assimilating to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all this is. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's going to be a Cherokee government, right? It's going to be laws of the land. And that's where we have to go to now. We're no longer going to have to
Right.
be under the U.S. government. We have to now be under the government of the land.
Mm.
So if that's the Cherokee Nation, the Choctaw Nation, the Chickasaw Nation, the Creek Nation, or the Seminole Nation, we're all having to assimilate. And whatever the color you are, you having to assimilate to that.
Oh. And I also want to say right here, because somebody said, just because what they say exactly, we have so many people who look like something else but have our blood. Absolutely. And then you have people that are brown that look like us, but they ain't us.
Right.
They're
Think
not,
about
they aren't us.
think about all those people who are actually from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you know how they talking about blue black?
Mm-hmm.
That's how dark they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the same bloodline. I'm sorry.
It's not.
It's not. So, the true heirs to this land and really the heirs to the world are the ones right here.
Africans would tell you, we get offended, but they'll tell you we're not the same. We are not, we don't have the same bloodline. We didn't sell you into slavery. We are not the same people, but we are so indoctrinated with what education systems have told us in Hollywood that we get offended when they say we're not the same people, same bloodline.
Correct.
Somebody said it's not the same bloodline. We even tan differently. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. So that's not to say we can't do commerce together. We can't get along with each other. We can't do business with each other, because this new era into which we're going is all about what you've taught me, the five tenets of the Moors.
Correct. Everything's going back to that. People are really going to just be blown away to see all the changes that are really starting to happen day to day. Today, it's going to happen for the rest of your life. You're going to be seeing changes for the better, not for the worse, for the better. And your life is going to get better every day. Trump just signed just yesterday. He signed the what was it called, the repayment or something like that for utilities. You didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Saying that utility bills, especially your electric bills, are going to be very, very low.
Oh.
But the reasoning behind it is because the United States can't charge the American people for their own resources. Everything's going back to being America again. It's not the United States, right?
Okay.
So as long as it's that's why also they're talking about property taxes. You can't be taxed on your own land. So you can't be taxed with your property taxes, right? Now the food belongs to you too. All the animals, all the plants and vegetables are on American land. So therefore, they got to get rid of the grocery taxes. They're doing it.
And you and I talked about yesterday how he signed that now large corporations can no longer buy single family homes. All this sounds like the National Economic Security and Reformation Act, Nasara.
I'm with you.
This is awesome. Awesome.
All these taxes, the IRS stuff, gone. Right? And that's why they call it the External Revenue Service, because all the taxes now have to be paid into your crown. And your crown is like a tribute. You know, similar to that of how we had to do with Queen Elizabeth. We were paying into her crown. That's why when you go to the casino, it's called a royal jackpot, because they're letting you know if you hit the royal jackpot, boom, 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 you got to pay taxes to the crown.
Wow.
Right? And then you see the little black bars on the slot machine says bar, bar, bar. And you think, oh, I made some money. Hell no, you didn't. Because it says bar means BAR, British Accredited Registry. You still paying taxes to that crown.
Sheik, we got a testimony here. Sister Barbara says, wow, just got approved for electric reduction.
Congratulations. That's huge.
This is awesome. This is just beautiful. Family, are you enjoying this? I know I am. No school tax for the past 3 years. Beautiful. If they said it's making sense, everything you're breaking down is making sense.
Making sense, huh? That's great. That's a good segue to, well, send Jacob Bay a little cash app.
If you are enjoying the Sheik, and you like to bless him with a donation, because you're expediting the publication of your book. And I can tell you that costs a lot of money. I know, because I published a book years ago when it was cheap. And now talking to publishing companies, woo cha. If you're interested in supporting Sheik Jacob Bay and you'd like to send him a cash app, you can send it to $ all rights reserved. That's ALLSRIGHTS RESERVED. And if you want to get on his book mailing list, then just send him an email. He's been getting a lot of emails since he first came on this show, where you all have been asking him questions, getting on the email list, etc., saying you want to be first in line to get that book. So send him an email to DEJURELAW33@gmail.com.
And what's so cool about the book, y'all? You know, the way I break things down on here, I really go deeper. I go deeper, and I show you things that you be like, man, this was happening all along, and we just didn't notice it. And I've been working on this book since 2019, and it's so many pages. I'm having to break the book down into maybe 5 different volumes, because and it's called The Copper King: The Transition in Power. And I had that title since I knew that the 400 years was over with. And when I say the 400 years, meaning August 20th of 1619, 400 years later is 2019, as in COVID-19.
What happened August 2016?
That was the last people to know that they were actually free from this mess.
Were they indigenous people, black folks?
No. That was when we were first put in captivity on August 20th of 1619.
Okay.
And then that's when the whole 400-year prophecy began.
Somebody said, who was this? Hello, Shauna. Says, my job just had us file exempt.
Oh, wow.
Adept Moore says, I didn't file, filled out exempt on the I-9 form. This is great.
Yeah,